Donald Trump seems to have a really bad habit. And that habit is surrounding himself with individuals, with men, who have been accused of either assault or threatening behavior towards women. In many of these instances, the men have been accused of this kind of behavior either by their ex-wives or by their former girlfriends. But nevertheless, Donald Trump has surrounded himself with multiple people that fit this criteria over the course of his career in politics. And at this point, you can't help but wonder why this continues to happen. You know, this happens once or twice, sure, coincidence. But when it happens multiple times, it becomes a pattern. It's almost as if Donald Trump seeks out these kinds of individuals that are abusive, at least in tone, possibly, some of them even accused of physical violence. So what I want to do here is I want to take a moment to read through this list of individuals that Trump has either had working for him or people he has endorsed for office that have accusations against them. Because I think this is important. I think it tells us a lot, not just about these individuals, but about Trump himself. So here's the list. This, of course, was put together by Talking Points Memo. The first one, Sean Parnell. Sean Parnell running for the Senate seat in Ohio, accused by his ex-wife. She testified in her divorce hearings that he once strangled her and then hit their child so hard that it left a welt on the child. Now, of course, Parnell has denied all these accusations. He has not been charged with anything. In fact, none of the individuals that I'm going to mention today have been charged with anything, but they have all been accused. Parnell, of course, was endorsed by Donald Trump in that Senate race. Then there's Herschel Walker, running for Senate in Georgia. He was endorsed by Donald Trump in September. And in July, the Associated Press had unpacked years of allegations against Walker, including that he allegedly threatened his ex-wife's life multiple times. Filing for divorce in 2001, Walker's then-wife Cindy Grossman cited physically abusive and extremely threatening behavior, and she even got a protective order against him 4 years later. Then, of course, you have Max Miller. Trump endorsed his former White House aide Max Miller's bid to unseat Ohio Republican Anthony Gonzalez. Last month, former White House Communications Director Stephanie Grisham alleged in a Washington Post opinion piece that the then president and first lady didn't seem to care, was the exact quote she used, when she told them that her recently ended relationship with Miller had turned violent. Then there's Larry Elder, the unsuccessful Republican frontrunner trying to unseat Gavin Newsom a few months ago. In October of last year, Trump announced he'd be nominating Elder to serve as a member of the Commission on the Social Status of Black Men and Boys business meeting. Politico reported this August that Elder's ex-fiancée claimed that he brandished a gun at her, which he denied. Then, of course, you have Eric Greitens, who was running in the Missouri Senate primary, the Republican Senate primary. He was accused of abuse. The woman he was having an affair with accused him of abusing her, tying her up, things that she did not consent to. Of course, this also did not result in any charges being filed against Greeton. But there's a pattern here, folks. A disturbing pattern, a disgusting pattern of Donald Trump picking these people with these horrible histories. And I'm not going to sit here and speculate on why that is, but I think everybody can draw their own conclusions, right? Birds of a feather and all that. And I think that's really all that needs to be said. None of these individuals have been charged, but they've all been accused. People in their lives say that they've been violent towards them. They've threatened them. In some cases, even harmed their own children. Lacking any criminal convictions, we cannot say, obviously, that these people did or did not do these things. But the fact that these allegations are out there, the fact that the accusations are flying, and even some of them were done under sworn testimony in court, that tells us a lot about these people, and it tells us a hell of a lot about the kind of people that Donald Trump seems to always seek out.